Students in Southern Ontario will have to wait until January 25th before returning to in-person learning. Ontario's premier says 1 in 5 children under the age of 13 who have been tested are carrying COVID-19, and as a result, schools will stay closed for now. But in Alberta, a decision has been made to send all students back to class on Monday. As Heather Yourex-West explains, the COVID-19 situation across the country is far different now than at the start of the school year.
Like so many parents, Alicia Higa is just trying to take things day by day.
Between broken links that don't work and them getting frustrated, me getting frustrated, I'm at a point where it's just, you do what you can and just move on.
2 of her 3 kids are learning virtually right now, sitting at a computer for hours. On Monday, they'll head back to class.
The decision to resume in-class learning on January 11th is based on carefully considering the importance of attending school in person, as well as the latest evidence of cases dropping in all school-related age groups in December.
The Premier says he's confident kids can return to classes safely, but this expert isn't so sure.
I do think that there's plenty of reason to be concerned, and I'm certainly concerned about the idea of having children return to the classroom as early as next week.
Dr. Jim Kilner says it's still not clear that infection levels in Alberta are actually on the decline. And at current levels of community spread, he says there is growing evidence that open schools can lead to more transmission among asymptomatic kids.
The thing that's evolved as well is an understanding that schools can be contributing to the rise of disease in the community. I don't think anybody can comfortably say that schools don't contribute to transmission of infection.
It's why in Southern Ontario, where daily case numbers are still on the rise, schools will remain closed to in-person learning for at least another 2 weeks.
I know this is a tough one. It's tough for everybody. And we know those parents have worked hard at this, and having the virtual learning is not easy.
Trying to manage their 2 different schedules, my own schedule and my 4-year-old, I can't imagine if there are people working from home right now.
Back in Alberta, Higa says she's not worried about COVID-19. Her kids have never had a case in their classes. But the reality is it's January, and the pandemic is now in a very different place than it was in the fall. Heather Yourex-West, Global News, Calgary.
There's new data from the U.S. showing how asymptomatic and pre-symptomatic people are spreading the coronavirus. Modeling done by the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention shows asymptomatic people transmit more than half of all COVID-19 cases. 35% are people who infect others before they show symptoms. 24% are from people who never develop symptoms. Researchers say the findings reinforce the importance of following all public health guidelines, whether you feel sick or not.